The twin suns of Valoria Prime cast long shadows across the crystalline forest as Ambassador Marcus Chen walked alongside his Velkin escort, Council member Shira and her two cubs. The diplomatic mission had been proceeding smoothly until the EU transport malfunction stranded them 15 kilometers from the settlement. The cubs tire easily, Shira said, her feline features creased with concern. Her species, the Velkins, were among the galaxy's most advanced civilizations, but their young were fragile, requiring nearly a decade to reach maturity. We should rest. Marcus nodded, his eyes scanning the iridescent trees. Something felt wrong. The forest, previously alive with the calls of native creatures, had gone silent. His hand instinctively moved to his hip, finding only the small survival knife. Humans weren't permitted heavy weapons on diplomatic missions. The galaxy had learned to fear humanity's capacity for violence. That's when he saw them. Raxian pack hunters. 6 of them, each the size of an earth tiger with obsidian scales and rows of serrated teeth. They moved through the trees like liquid shadow, their collective intelligence making them one of Valoria's apex predators. The lead alpha's eyes gleamed with calculated hunger. Shira froze, her cubs pressing against her legs. Her species had evolved as prey animals before developing sentience. Every instinct screamed at her to run, but running would trigger the chase response. They would be torn apart. "Get behind me," Marcus said quietly. "Both of you. Now." "Human Marcus, you don't understand," Shira whispered, her voice trembling. "Raxians hunt in coordinated patterns. They separate prey, isolate, and I said get behind me." There was something in his tone that made her obey. Something ancient and unyielding. She pulled her cubs back, positioning them behind the human's comparatively small frame. Marcus was barely taller than she was, and possessed none of the natural weapons her species had abandoned through evolution. What could he possibly do? The Raxians began to circle, their movement precise and practiced. They had hunted Velkins before. This would be easy. Then Marcus did something that made Shira's breath catch. He didn't crouch into a defensive position. He didn't back away. Instead, he stepped forward, spreading his arms wide, and made himself bigger. His face contorted into something she had never seen before, not in all her years of diplomatic service, pure primal fury. "Come on," he roared, his voice echoing through the crystal trees. It wasn't a cry of fear or desperation. It was a challenge, a declaration. The sound that ancient humans made when they stood between saber-toothed cats and their families. The sound that echoed in caves when dire wolves came too close to the fire. The lead Raxian hesitated. Marcus grabbed a fallen branch thick as his forearm and cracked it against a tree. The sharp sound made the predators flinch. He roared again, stepping toward them, not away. Every instinct in his DNA screamed what his ancestors had known. Predators hunt prey that runs. But something that fights back, something that refuses to be prey, that's a different calculation. "You want them?" Marcus snarled, his eyes locked on the alpha. "You go through me first, and I promise you, I'm going to take at least 3 of you with me." It wasn't a bluff. Shira could see it in his posture, in the way his muscles coiled, ready to explode into violence. She had read the classified files about humanity's evolution. She knew they were persistence hunters, that they had climbed to the top of Earth's food chain not through speed or strength, but through sheer stubborn refusal to give up, through the willingness to turn and fight when cornered. But knowing it intellectually and seeing it, feeling the waves of barely controlled aggression rolling off this diplomat who quoted poetry and negotiated trade agreements, that was entirely different. The Raxians' formation wavered. Their advantage lay in coordination, in taking down prey that panicked and scattered. This thing before them wasn't prey. It was standing its ground, promising mutual destruction. The mathematics of predation suddenly didn't add up. Marcus took another step forward, raising the branch like a club. "That's right," he growled. "I'm not running. I'm the thing that hunted your ancestors into extinction on my world. We walked wolves down until they begged to join us. We stared down cave bears and said, 'Not today.' So ask yourselves, do you really want to test me? The alpha's tail twitched. In the pack's collective consciousness, doubt spread like wildfire. One of the younger Raxians broke formation, backing away. Then another. The cost-benefit analysis was clear. This prey wasn't worth the injury, possibly death, that it promised in return. With a final hiss, the alpha turned and melted into the forest. The pack followed. Marcus held his position for a full minute, branch raised, breathing hard. Only when he was certain they were gone did he lower the weapon and turn back to Shira. The fury drained from his face, replaced by the gentle diplomat she knew. "Are the cubs all right?" he asked softly. Shira stared at him, her cubs trembling behind her. You didn't run." "Of course not," Marcus said, confused. "They were depending on me." And in that moment, Shira understood something that would reshape her species' understanding of humanity. Earth's dominant species hadn't conquered their world through superior strength or natural weapons. They had done it through something far more terrifying. The absolute, unshakable conviction that some things were worth standing your ground for, no matter the odds. "Come on," Marcus said, offering his hand. "Let's get you and the cubs home." As they walked, Shira glanced back at the human who had faced down a Raxian pack with nothing but a stick and the fury of 10,000 generations of ancestors who refused to be prey. She would recommend to the Council that humanity's application for Security Alliance be approved immediately. After all, there was something to be said for having friends who simply wouldn't back down.